EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, from the Monterey Peninsula and Pebble Beach, live second-round coverage of the Tiburon Championship. Things starting to slowly take shape here on this Friday. For some, it is a race for the top prize. For others, it's a fight to stick around for the weekend as we show you the leaderboard. We're looking at a tie at the top at 7 under par. Included among them is our featured golfer, who will be following intently throughout the round. Yeah, that's a beauty there to get this second round underway. So the great tee shot left him here, now his second from relatively close range.
That's the benefit of really bombing a tee shot down there. Sets up a simple little chip and a birdie.
Let's see if he can knock this in. It's for birdie. Okay, a well-played hole there. It is birdie to kick off the round. And with it, he'll take over the top spot on the leaderboard here on this Friday. Frank, interestingly, this hole number 2 plays as a par 4 for the U.S. Open. It is a par 5. It's absolutely gettable, and players must take advantage.
Certainly, Rich. Off that back tee, really you've got to grab a driver. I know there's bunkers left and right, but the decision is whether that tee shot finishes in the fairway, because if it does, you're going to have a crack at this par 5 and 2. If it doesn't, then you play the layup.
And this round starting off strong after the birdie at the first. This in the fairway at number 2. Now from way down there, a good look at a second to the par 5. This one looks right on point. But that one had to feel good.
Yeah, struck it so well. You could see that by the reaction of that ball when it hit the green. Landed so softly.
Oh yeah, it is a dream beginning to the round. A birdie at one, now an eagle here at the second. How about 3 under through 2 holes and just getting started. This is a pretty hole, the third, 397 yards, just a gentle dog leg to the left. And you do have the option, if you're longer, maybe you just take it up over those trees and cut the dog leg, leaving yourself a very short shot in. Or you can play it out to the right, have a little bit more in, but still certainly with a good chance at birdie. All right, in the fairway. A nice round number here, an even 100 yards coming up for his second.
It was a good shot coming in here. I know it's a little long, but still inside that 10-foot circle is always good, and even money, really, to make birdie.
Okay, nicely done. That's in for birdie here at 3. And he'll move to 11 under par. Wow, a day's worth of breathtaking shots, Frank, from the players and the Pacific Ocean. There it is, and this begins that beautiful 7-hole stretch along the ocean. Short par 4, 4th hole.
And this is also where some of these decisions become quite critical. Do you try and drive this green 330 yards to the front, or do you worry about that little pop bunker on that left side? It's about 250 yards to get over it, because that's what narrows this fairway down. But it plays uphill.
And that one gonna be into the bunker off the tee. Now gonna have to try and get this out and let it run. Okay, a good out, and that's what will remain for birdie. Now, that one's going to go begging. It misses right. Frustration there. Okay, that one finished off. It's a par here at 4, and this will remain a 3-shot lead. We arrive now at the 189-yard par 3 called the New Fifth. Despite being redesigned by Jack Nicklaus late last century, safest play here is to the left center of the green. Yeah, that one came in a little hot. It's safely on, but it'll be a long look coming up. Got to at least try to cozy it in that 3-foot circle. This for birdie. Yeah, he had a pretty good run at that, but it won't go down. Still pretty good from there. That one finished off. It is a par here at 5. He's going to hold on to that 3-shot lead.
It's a tremendous par 5 here, the 6th hole. Frank, you can plainly see Stillwater Cove on the right. Where do you want to put this tee shot?
When you look at that tee that you're on for a start, Rich, you're 20 yards above. So whatever you hit's going to go at least 20 yards further. So I look at that first bunker, 270, really only playing 250 yards, and then the fairway sloping towards the right. So even a 3-wood for some of the longer players, just something that hits around there, could even be a long iron, it's going to scoot forward. If you get 270 yards out of your tee shot, I mean, you can still reach this par 5 in 2.
So often we talk about needing precision off the tee, and this is how you do it. That is dead center. Down on the course, let's check in with Nota Begay III.
Wonderful tee shot here. Biggest challenge is you cannot see the pin sitting on the green. You're gonna have to pick out a point along the edge of the cliffs to get the ball on line.
What a good shot that is. Home and 2 on the par 5. Remember, made eagle earlier in the round, Frank. Now maybe a chance for a second.
I know we can't call it a double eagle, but talk about aggression in these par 5s. Way to stand up there and just hit the shot.
That's a good stroke. Doesn't quite get the reward of the eagle, but a birdie would be a nice consolation, right? He's been automatic on this front side. This for birdie. Okay, well done there. It's a birdie here at the 6th. And he gets it to 12 under par.
Frank, there are certain spots in sport that kind of steal your breath. Starters gate at the Kentucky Derby, home plate at Fenway Park, maybe top of the hill if you ski at Kitzbühel, 7th tee at Pebble Beach. Absolutely is one of those special places.
Just over 100 yards, Rich. It's the ultimate, I don't know, piece of cake. Where that's what it looks like, but then you try and taste it, and you want a little more, and then you realize you've just bitten off more than you can chew.
Okay, that'll come to rest on the front portion of the green, and now a fairly long look coming up for birdie. We welcome in Iona Stephen. This, a putt for birdie.
Well, even though this is a longer putt, it's very makeable. Mostly flat overall, maybe just a slight break to the right, but not very much.
Yeah, that's a pretty good putt. Just a little bit off the mark. That one finished off. It'll be a par here at 7. And the lead's going to remain 2. Now to one of the most picturesque par 4s in the world. The 8th hole here at Pebble Beach. Jack Nicklaus, who won the U.S. Open here, called it simply the greatest second shot to a par 4 anywhere in the world. that will do just fine. A left to right breeze, something to consider here as he eyes this second shot.
Just think about it. You got to cover nearly 2 football fields of distance and get it inside 5 feet. You wouldn't think that's possible.
Okay, right on line. That's a birdie here at the 8th. And he'll move to 13 under par for the tournament.
2019 U.S. Open number 9 was the hardest hole on the golf course. Frank, give yourself certainly a good crack at 4 by hitting the fairway.
And that's all you wanted to do in 2019. It's fine to say all too, but having to hit the left side of this fairway just to keep it in play, and then once again hit into, I know we say this a lot here, but a very narrow green and a very small green, but this time with a long club.
Oh, yeah, that is a beauty. Is that going to get the slope? Yes, it will. Check this out. Woo, that's going to keep right on going. Front left hole location here as we await his second to the par 4.
That ball was sitting up beautifully on the fairway too, and the strike was just delightful, but a little too much spin, but still inside 10 feet.
Nothing to it. Well done. It's a birdie here at the 9th. And that is going to mean this was a 28 on the front side. 7 under par. Hope you're enjoying this little stroll along Carmel Bay, and the golf is as good as the view. This 10th hole is 444 yards. I would tell you that it is the widest fairway at Pebble Beach. It is. But it doesn't feel that way because of the way it slopes left to right. And if you're not careful, this one can get away from you and head toward that Pacific. Looking for a strong finishing kick here on this Friday to get set up for the weekend, and that another good drive here. From the fairway, 98 yards remaining for his second.
Oh, this is straight at it.
It's a really good line.
It was a good shot coming in here. I know it's a little long, but still inside that 10-foot circle is always good and even money, really, to make birdie.
Chance now for another birdie. Yes, rolls it right in. A birdie here at 10. And he has now moved 5 clear of the field here in round 2.
Well, this is where Pebble Beach changes significantly. We're going away from the Pacific Ocean now, up the hill toward the forest. Frank, what do you think of the 11th hole?
Well, it's tricky, Rich. Number one, because it's blind, as you've detailed, but uphill and it's sea level, so that tee shot's not going to go that far. There is a run out down that left side, just inside the tree line there. That's about 308 yards, but you're not going to go that far. So really, you have to respect this hole. Just hit a fairway find.
Everything flowing really well right now. Coming off 3 birdies in a row. Here's another solid tee shot as well. Breeze at his back shoulder as he lines up his second from the fairway.
Maybe a little too pumped up there. That just flew past the flag, but still an outside chance for a birdie.
This will be a 14-foot putt here.
Oh, yes. Plenty of pace to get up that slope. It is in for a birdie to 16 under par. And now we arrive at the 202-yard par 3 12th. Best to work the ball right to left, landing as softly as possible on one of the firmest greens at Pebble Beach. Okay, just outside of 10 feet and a birdie chance here at number 12. Now this for another birdie. Nope. That one safely in. It's par here at 12. And that's going to keep this large lead right where it is.
Frank, the 13th hole doesn't get as much fanfare as some of the more picturesque par 4s here at Pebble Beach. Just curious, what do you think of this 13th hole?
I think it's a good hole, Rich, because it rewards you. You can certainly make three here. I remember when Tony Jacklin actually made an eagle here, but it's very easy to mess up, purely because they added those three bunkers in on the right side that start at 260 yards and finish at just over 290 yards. What that has done to this hole is actually shrunk the fairway. It's just 35 yards wide.
So going well up the hill to that green, will need to take an extra club here.
Leading is one thing, but hitting iron shots like that lead is going to increase.
This will move to his right for birdie. Confidently done there. That's in for birdie here at 13. And he continues to just build up a massive lead for the weekend. Well, in the world of professional golf, there are very few legitimate three-shot par 5s left. This 582-yard par 5 14th at Pebble Beach is one of those holes. It is all you want. Looking for a strong finishing kick here on this Friday to get set up for the weekend, and that another good drive here.
Two solid shots at the par 5 and found the green side bunker. Lie looks good. Now, just needed a good bunker shot.
Okay, a good out, and that's what will remain for birdie. Chance now for another birdie. in there. Birdie's now at 13 and 14. And he's just continuing to pour it on here on this Friday.
Here at the 15th, a good drive, Frank, would be right down the middle. A bad drive would be on 17-mile drive. As scenic as it is, it's not where you want to be, is it? It's out of bounds.
Well, you can't afford to go right. You can't afford to pay for that real estate on the right either. So, yeah, anything down there. And fortunately, it's a downhill tee shot. I know there's sort of four bunkers really down the left side, but really it's the pop bunker that has to be avoided.
Looking for a strong finishing kick here on this Friday to get set up for the weekend, and that another good drive here. So a big drive and not much needed to carry here for his second. Okay, a little left to do, but safely on the green.
14 feet to the hole.
Pace, absolutely perfect there. Down the slope, it's in for a birdie. He moves to 19 under for the tournament. Now the heart begins to race a little bit because you know you're playing one of the greatest finishing stretches in the entire sport of golf. Starting with a 16th, it's only 400 yards. If you can carry that island bunker, you can jumpstart your run to the house with a birdie 3.
Too strong for this hole, eh? Ran out of fairway and into the rough. Big hit, though. And safely on deck. That's the main thing, but from that distance, really don't want to leave yourself like a knee knocker, like a 4 or 5 footer. So this first putt's going to have to be good.
Just going to sneak on by.
Yeah, that's surprising. You wouldn't think he'd leave that short.
Okay, that'll be a par here at 16, and he'll remain well in control of this tournament.
Well, here we are, 17th hole, and this is where you can make your mark on this sport. Frank, so much history, this par 3.
It's just a great hole too, Rich. You know, that hourglass-shaped green on the angle. But you're right when you talk about history. You go back to 1972, and this hole played into the breeze. It was a one-iron for Jack Nicklaus. Said one of the greatest shots he ever hit. Actually hit the flagstick, nearly went in. And, of course, one of my favorites is 1982. Tom Watson had missed this green to the left, and the late Bruce Edwards was his caddy. And they were looking for options because they were in such a perilous situation with the US Open on the line. And Watson said, well, what about if I just hole it? And if you look really closely at the footage, as Watson starts to run across the green, he's pointing his finger back at Bruce and saying, I told you so. And then just a few years ago, too, Gary Woodland, he had to chip it on this green and made 3.
Okay, safely aboard. Now this for another birdie.
Well, in all things considered, he's in pretty good shape, coming back up the slope, working slightly to the right.
Good job of deadening it right by the hole, but he could not get it to go in. No problems there. That's par here at 17. He's going to maintain that substantial lead. Well, here we are now at arguably the greatest finishing hole in golf. 536-yard par 5, Pacific Ocean, massive fairway bunker stretching more than 100 yards on the left, and cypress trees, just a few of the things you need to contend with. Looking for a strong finishing kick here on this Friday to get set up for the weekend, and that another good drive here.
Didn't check, Frank.
Yeah, just not enough spin on that. Really, I mean, that almost like took that first bounce and just ricocheted forward. Shot after shot, more evidence there with that beautiful touch.
Yeah, that's well played. It's a birdie at 18. And that is officially going to do it. It's a round of 59. So another look at the leaderboard, and you'll almost do a double take, Frank. Our featured golfer with a commanding lead through 36 holes.
So far, it's just been just a clinic again. I know I use that word a lot, Rich, but it looks like two different players. One at the top and, well, the chasers. Different league.
So for Frank Nobilo, Nota Begay III, and Iona Stephen, I'm Rich Lerner. We'll see you next time on EA Sports PGA Tour Golf.